What's up, my friends? So in this video we are going to talk about how you can create a function in assembly in a simple way. So I'm going to try to explain to you step by step. So it's a little bit complicated, but you will understand it. Alright, first thing, this is my file. For example, let's do section.txt. I am not going to set my section data because I don't have any variable. I don't need any variables. Alright, global start like this, and our start label. So here in assembly, it's like other functions. You just need to call a function and write the code of the function. Good. So for example, let's say you are working, move any values like this, move in the RBX, for example, the value 8 and 10, sorry. So here you are coding normally, then you need to call a function. Here we need the instruction that's called call. Alright, then the name of the function that you want to call, for example, add function like this. Alright, then you are going to step here and write the name of the function and this 2 points, then enter. Then here you can write the code of the function. Right, now let's stop right here and go to this whiteboard. Alright, so for example, let's say your stack is normally like working normally. There is some random value, then here you are calling your function. I guess you are familiar with this if you were a C++ programmer or C programmer. So any function need a stack frame. Alright, so for example, let's imagine that stack frame is like this. It's the start, half the start, right, and end, and here in the middle it's the reserved bytes for the variables that they are in the scope of this function. So like this scope of memories are related just to this function. Alright, you cannot use them in other functions or in any place. Alright, good. Now here in assembly, the base of the function and the end of the function, you will state it manually. So you need to understand two important registers. The first register is RBP, like this. Alright, this is the first register, right? And the work of this first register is setting the base of functions. So he will point right here. So this is the work of the RBP pointer. Then we have the RSP. Sorry, I'm going to write it well because like this, RSP. Good. What is the work of this RSP register? RSP is more general. It's not related more to functions, but his work is to point to the last data pushed to the stack. For example, let's say this is the last data pushed to the stack. So the RSP is going to point right here. So yeah, literally RSP now before calling your function is pointing right here. So what happened when we do call add? First thing, we are saving the next, like the address of the next instruction. So let's say we are moving the value in the RX in the register RBX. Or so this is the next instruction after executing the function add. Good. So now the CPU by itself is reserving or saving the address of this instruction in the stack. Because why he is saving this in the stack? Because when this function will end, the REP register, which is the instruction pointer, so in a fast way, the REP register or the instruction pointer is the register that points to the next instruction that it will execute or it will be executed. Alright, so now we are saving this just for the CPU to know where we are going to continue our code. Alright, good. Now let's do this. So first thing, he's going to save the return address. Good. Then what we need to do, we need to save the old RBP. As we said, we are going to need RBP to point to the stack of the function because we need the RPP to point to the base of the stack frame of the function. So the RPP is not empty, he is pointing to other place, so we need to save the old RPP. So we're going to push the old RPP in the stack. So let's just say we're going to do like this: push the RPP. So for example, let's imagine that RPP was pointing right here. For example, he was pointing right here. Then we need to save this value that the RPP was pointing to in the stack, because we are going to need to return here, or when the call add will execute and it will done. All right. Then we need as we said, when we push anything, the RSP point to the last element push. So the RSP is going to point right here. Good. So let's remove this. So the RSP points right here. Now we saved the RPP, so don't worry if about losing the old RPP. Alright. Now we need to make the RPP register point right here to set the base stack frame of the function. So the RPP also is going to make it point right here. Good. Now we have our base stack frame of the function. Good. That's it. This is how we can create a function. Alright, so let's make this in a code. So as we said, first thing we're going to push the RPP. As we said, the CPU automatically is pushing the return address in the stack. Good. Then we need to make the RPP point to the RSP. In other way, we are going to take the address that the RSP point to, and we're going to make the RPP point to the same address. Good. To set the base of the stack frame of the function. Good. Now we can work normally, and then you are going to ask me, like, if I want to pass parameters to this function, how can I do it? Here there is some register that they are specified in this scope. So to pass the first parameter, you need to pass in the RDI register like this. Then the second parameter, you need to pass it in the RSI register, and so on with the third parameter, the fourth parameter, the fifth parameter, and so on. I don't remember them. You can just search in Google and you will find them. Alright, so let's do like this. I'm terrible in painting or something like this, sorry. Alright, good. Let's continue. So for example, let's pass two parameters to the function, for example, before calling it. So for example, let's move in the RDI register the value 5 and move in the RSI register the value 6. So in this function we are going to add 6 plus 5. Good. Now let's move in the RX register the value, for example, from the RDI. Then we are going to add in the RX register the value RSI. Good. Now you are going to ask me why especially. Now you are going to ask me how can I return the sum of these two numbers, to work after the function, to work with this return value after the function. Now we have a new information. The return value is saved in the RX register. So in each function, the RX register is like the return value. In the RX register is where the return value is saved. Alright, so now our function is done. We need to get out from this function, but let's see it here. Alright, now we have the RPP. As we said, the CPU doesn't know where to continue the code. He will know when he is going to see the return address. So first thing, what we need to do, we need to pop out the RPP, or the old RPP, as we said. Alright, so when we are going to do pop out or just pop the RPP, this old RPP is going to be saved in the RPP register. Right, so automatically the RPP is going to point to his previous function or his previous base. Alright, so let's remove this. and let's remove also this. Now RSP, where he is pointing to? Yes, so now RSP is pointing right here. Good. Now RSP point right here. So now the CPU or the computer know the return address, so he will know where to continue executing the code. Good. Now what we need to do, we need to do pop the RBP, then return, like this. So easy. All right, now let's continue our code, and let's, for example, jump to done, and in this done label we are going to face our, let's say, move x86, our exit syscall, exit syscall, like this, then move RDI 0. all right, so let's do some top here, and also here top, then here syscall. Good. Now let's do NASM link, and what the fuck, how I Ghidra sorry, I am so sorry. Good. We are not going to see anything. Let's move to GDB. Good. And let's do break at start. Good. And let's do run. So next instruction, like this. Good. We are saving the value 5 in the RDI register, then the value 6 in the RSI register, then we are calling our add function. Good. So SI for diving into the function, to not just skip the function. all right, good. Now as we see here, we are going to see the number 1. If we go up here, yeah, we cannot see it. All right, so if you like, just a few minutes ago we saw that the RSP was pointing right here, and here we have the argument counter, the argc, because we have just one parameter or one argument, which is the name of the program. So the RSP always in the first, like in the start label, he's pointing to argc, the argument counter. Then here, as we said, when we call our add function, he was pointing to this place, and as we can see, this place is the return value. It's the next instruction after calling our add function. So as I said, the CPU is like just saving the return address, so the RSP point to this place. all right, then we are making what, we are pushing the RBP. So as we said, the RSP will not point right here, he will point to the last pushed value. So now as we can see, the RSP points right here. Good. Now we are making the RBP point to the same place as I said. Then next instruction, we are moving the RDI in the RX register. So just calculation, so 0xb, which is 11. Then we are popping the RBP. all right, so we are like taking the old value of the RBP and return it to the RBP register. Good. Next instruction, the RSP is pointing now to the return value, and here the return instruction to get back to the code and continue executing code. Good. Next instruction, move RX in the RBX register. So RBX register will contain 0xb, and jump to done, and our function is done. I hope you like understand this. I try to explain it the maximum simple way. So see you in the next video. Peace.